They thought Earth was weak. They thought humans would beg. They thought wrong. And the moment the Galactic Council asked one simple question, the entire universe learned fear. If you enjoy powerful sci-fi stories where humanity shocks the galaxy and the balance of power flips forever, subscribe now and turn on notifications. You don't want to miss what comes next. The Galactic Council chamber had witnessed the rise and extinction of thousands of civilizations. Its walls were carved from starstone older than most suns, its ceiling glowing faintly with the memory of long-dead empires. This was the place where the fate of species was decided with a sentence. And today, a human stood at its center. Ambassador Elias Ward did not kneel. He did not bow. He stood with his hands calmly folded behind his back, alone on the circular platform, surrounded by beings who had ruled the galaxy for millions of years. The presiding counselor leaned forward. His skin was a deep violet, his glowing eyes sharpened by centuries of genetic enhancement. You attacked Earth, the counselor said slowly. A divided world. A primitive species. Why are you not extinct? The chamber waited. Elias lifted his gaze. We didn't attack first, he said evenly. You did. A low murmur spread across the chamber. Another counselor spoke, tall and insect-like, its voice sharp with disbelief. Your planet barely achieved interplanetary travel. You had no defense against a fleet of our scale. Elias nodded. That's what you believed. The lights dimmed. A hologram appeared above the platform, showing Earth as it had been weeks earlier. Blue oceans. Green continents. A world alive and fragile. You observed us for centuries, Elias said. You watched our wars, our mistakes, our divisions. You saw chaos and assumed weakness. The image shifted. Alien ships descending toward Earth. Orbital defenses failing. Satellites exploding into debris. You expected surrender, Elias continued. You expected panic. The hologram changed again. Human cities evacuating with precision. Underground facilities activating. Entire continents lighting up with coordinated energy signatures. What you didn't expect, Elias said, was preparation. The Violet Counselor rose slowly. Those structures were not detected. No, Elias replied. They were never meant to be. The chamber grew silent. For 200 years, Elias said, humanity assumed we were not alone. We didn't know when you would come. Only that you would. Images flashed. Old human broadcasts. Classified military archives. Simulations of alien invasion scenarios dating back generations. We imagined you, Elias said quietly. We feared you. And we prepared for you. The insectoid counselor recoiled. You hid a planetary war machine inside your own system. Elias met its gaze. Because predators don't announce themselves. The hologram zoomed outward. Asteroids hollowed into shipyards. Defense platforms disguised as debris. Fleets hidden in gravitational shadows. You attacked what we let you see, Elias said. And you believed you were winning. The counselor slammed a clawed hand onto the stone. Your outer defenses collapsed. Elias nodded. On purpose. Gasps rippled through the chamber. You sacrificed ships, the counselor accused. We sacrificed assumptions, Elias replied. The hologram replayed the battle. Alien fleets advancing deeper into the solar system. Confident. Unaware. Then the perspective shifted. Human ships emerged from impossible angles. Weapons fired that bent physics in unfamiliar ways. Entire alien formations vanished in seconds. That is not possible, a counselor whispered. That, Elias said calmly, is adaptation. The presiding counselor's voice tightened. You violated interstellar warfare law. You violated our planet, Elias replied. Silence fell again. Then the oldest being in the chamber finally spoke, its voice slow and ancient. Why are you here, human? Elias exhaled. Because you misunderstand us, he said. You think we want conquest. The hologram changed once more. A map of the galaxy appeared. Human markers spread outward, not as invasion lines, but as overlapping zones of presence. We don't, Elias said. We want distance. Safety. Time. The ancient being leaned closer. Then why show us this? Elias looked around the chamber. Because you taught us something, he said. That peace without strength is an invitation. The counselor's voice trembled. What do humans want now? Elias paused. Then he answered softly. To be left alone. Some counselors laughed nervously. Elias continued. But understand this. Earth was the warning. The hologram focused on Earth again. Stronger. Shielded. surrounded by silent fleets that did not advance or retreat. The next fleet that approaches our world, Elias said, will not receive a demonstration. The ancient being whispered, "What do you call this doctrine?" Elias allowed himself a small, tired smile. "We call it survival." The lights returned to full brightness. Elias turned and walked away. Behind him, no ruling was issued. No condemnation spoken. For the first time in galactic history, the council had no answer. Because fear had changed sides. If you enjoyed this story, comment below and tell us which part of the country or the world you're watching from. We read every single comment. And subscribe, because part 2 is where the galaxy decides to test humanity again, and regrets it.